Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach. What's going on, guys? And I feel like this week was again carnage for many people. I dodged it. Hands up, I dodged it. I'm feeling pretty good about my side and the ranking went in the right direction, but this must have been a week that just had people pulling their hair out around their SuperCoach sides. Darcy Cameron, a popular trade-in. He was scoring amazingly and then goes down. So you're kind of like, okay, at least I've dodged a bad score from an injury. 6 to 8 weeks, that kills you. And then, almost like the SuperCoach gods just wanted to rub it in even further, LDU, one of the most popular inclusions for this week, gets a late withdrawal. And we're talking late as late. It must have been like 6 or 7 minutes before the bounce with calf tightness in the middle of the day. Who's on their SuperCoach app at that point in time? Langers told me the app went into meltdown. You couldn't reverse your trades. Absolute chaos. So if you dodged some of that, you would have been half all right, which I was lucky enough to. And I'll tell you what is going on with the Cats? I sat down today to watch the game, and what the hell is going on there? They look atrocious. I mean, they look like a team that's very happy with themselves. There's no intensity, no ferocity. Tommy Hawkins can barely move. Get that bloke out of the side until he's fit again. I don't know what's going on, but Tom Stewart just returning with a 170. Man, it's just crazy stuff. How did he miss a week? I've got no idea. Anyway, let's dive into my side. And that is the exact same score as last week, 22-66. So it's kind of weird, but again, moving in the right direction. We are in the top 10,000 now, which is cool because that first week was pretty rough. Wasn't ideal, but we are now moving in the right direction. So that's what we like. If you've got any questions, feel free to chuck them in below. I'll do my best to get to them. But I will be going live on Wednesday. Probably, what's best? It's either 7 or 7:30. So I'll probably chuck it in the title and decide. But yeah, probably 7. I reckon it'd be a good idea. So we'll see how we go. But hopefully a few of you can get along to that. And I'll answer all your questions there as well. But let's take a look at how the side actually went. Last week was a week where we could have made so many changes, but I made 3. Setterfield, Goulden and Zeeble came in at the expense of Steele, Cunnington and Bruin. I'll tell you what, there were some good ones. Like Bruin struggled again terribly, and Flanders got subbed off. Like if you still had him, and Cunnington again found a bit of the ball, but just doesn't put it on the SuperCoach scorecard. Anyway, Sam Doherty, how did this bloke score 87? Now, I know sometimes you can use the ball not fantastically and that type of thing, but I have no idea how he didn't ton up. This was outrageous. Have a look at this. The bloke had fucking 40 touches. 39 touches, 10 marks, 87. Look at that comparison to AFL Fantasy. Like, okay, he had 7 clangers, but, oh man, Doherty is normally like captain efficient. Anyway. Dacos really good. Jimby, have a look at that. 104. He looked really, really good. Really good. Jones, again, finds a way to score plenty of points off minimal possessions, few intercepts here and there. But again, he's a guy that I'll be looking to trade out probably over the next 2 or 3 weeks because we're starting to get a few premiums that will, certainly come down in price, like Jack Sinclair. We got Stephen Cornelio will definitely come down in a bit of price. Rory Laird will have gone down he's probably down to 630 or 640. He was 660. Okay, he went down 41. Thought he might have gone down more. But yeah, so there's a few. But Max Michael Laney, I think I'm starting to work on that pronunciation after watching the showdown. He looked really good at level. I really liked what I saw from him. McKenna, it was a tough day for the Lions. And 57, it's not terrible, but he'll be better for the run. But yeah, very happy with Max there because not only does he really look like he'll hold his spot, but he could make me some good coin. Wilmot is also putting together some solid stuff. And Cowan's going okay as well. If he can continue to score 50s, make a nice bit of cash, I'll be happy. Oliver, I really ummed and ahed about. So Bontempelli scored 89, and again, I thought he was going to ton up quite easily at the game, but 89, I don't think he would have added much to his total at all from three-quarter time. That's certainly how it felt at the game. And then I really tossed and turned between going Oliver and Rowan Marshall. I thought, I want to go a little bit different. When you just get those thoughts in your head about, what, I'm going to go unique captain because I want to be a hero this week. But then I thought, Shorty, just calm the fuck down, mate. I looked at Oliver's last score against Sydney, and I think they were 170 and a 150, and I thought, back him in, mate. He's a star. And he delivered. He was fantastic. He even hit the scoreboard, Clayton. Doesn't often do that. As I said, Bontempelli's score was okay without being great. Tom Green, I thought, played a really good game of footy. Only reflected to 100. I don't think anybody could score in that game. It seemed like any time you thought someone scored 120, it was 90. Any time you thought someone scored 90, it was more like 65. Anyway, Setterfield was a bit off from his last week's performance, but 82 is still pretty solid. And got a smidgen lucky as well. I knew I'd have Hopper out, and then Baker, the emergency loophole, really saved me, because if Baker scores like 50, I'll probably roll the dice and put Chesser on just to try, have a second chance at it. But no, he was really handy for me. And Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller, really disappointed. Watching the game, I thought the role was okay, and he still finds consistently 15 to 20 touches and hits targets, but he doesn't win much of his own ball at all. And just not quite where we need him to be. Certainly got that one wrong. So I'll have to trade him. Ashcroft was good. He just looks like such a player. And Mackenzie as well was really linking up nicely and looking like a real part of the Hawks outfit. So some big cash makers there for us, which we love to see. And Tim English, he is plucking everything. He looks fantastic. He's taking marks. He's covering the ground beautifully. And Rowan Marshall is a bit up and down. I honestly thought he'd be going a bit better than he has been going. I probably expected more, but still, every man and his dog has him, so whether he goes well or not doesn't really affect your overall, but I still think he'll be a bloke who averages 3 figures pretty comfortably for the whole year. Josh Dunkley, again, was just rock solid. He hasn't really put in a bad game, but he also hasn't reached any great heights yet. Rosie really hit back. I saw a few people talking about trading him. I was like, what are we doing here? And he was definitely Port's best player. Not exactly sure how Jordan Dawson won the medal. I didn't watch the game super close, but watched a fair bit of it. Bit surprising. And Taranto, he's copping a little bit of heat in the media, I saw, just with his ball use. But hey, we're happy fellas here in SuperCoach Land because he's winning plenty of the ball, banging it forward. Will count as an effective kick. I'm happy with it. He's going all right. And Goulden and Zeeble, my two inclusions, they weren't anything fantastic. I think Goulden was really effective with some nice touches, a beautiful goal, but didn't really play a great game, I didn't feel. 85's okay. And Zeeble was probably just 5 touches off his norm, or where we would like him to be. You chuck another 3 or 4 effective kicks onto that, and he pumps out a 90 pretty easily. But would have liked more, but 78's not a disaster at that price point. He pushes himself into the 400k mark. So, and then, of course, Harry Sheasel. He is an absolute dream, mate. He is flying. I mean, look at him. He's already up to 300k. Ridiculous stuff. So he looks so good. And he is just going to be... At some stage, he'll slow down, but he can be in your team for ages. And we'll almost be able to just sideways trade him to a fallen premium at one point. Davey and Green probably played 2 of their better games for the year. Certainly Green did. And that was really good. So... I might just have a quick look at some of my game day options, and I think with that score, I reckon I would have got the win over a few, which is good. Beat Cheezo there, Matty B comfortably. Pockets Rockets got the dub, a close one here against Hooley's Hoops. Shorty Supercoach 2. Knocked off Noah there, just got over Corey there, Peanut Butter Kelly. And a very close one there with Aiden in the Wampons League there. Very nicely done. And got a couple of dubs there. Not sure what's happening here with Oscar. 1,300. I don't know what's going on there. And then rounding it out with the win in the Braggers Rights there, which I'm very happy about. So I'm just going to go back to the side now. And look, I'm really pleased. Like, I've had years in the past where I've just started really poorly and... for some people, getting in the top 10k isn't something to shout from the rooftops, but I'm really pleased to be there just at the moment, because I think if I'm in there and around the mark, I always feel like I can trade pretty well and work my way to a good team. Just sometimes starting has been a struggle for me. $260k in the bank will give me a good opportunity to load up and trade some guys out. I feel like Nasai Wanganeen Miller is the number one trade out target for me. I don't really know where I'll go with that one, because I sort of want to get on the back of Andy Brayshaw's not going as well, is he? He might be one to pick up soon, I reckon. Will Brodie dropped too. That was bloody interesting. Definitely keep Canelio on that watch list as well. I'll scroll down to his sort of price point and just see if there's anyone I can kind of jump on board. Ryan Burns scored a 93, but I know he was subbed off the week before as well. So yeah, we sort of want to just jump onto someone with a decent sort of a break even. I'm not really sure what I'll do. I mean, there is scope for me to just, potentially downgrade him as well. Noah Long's actually been a bit of a better selection than I first thought. He's going all right. Yeah, we'll see what bobs up, because I might even... What's his break even? I don't really want to hold him, but I could just hold him if he's not losing cash. Like, if he's got a break even of 50, like, that's okay. 44, I don't know if that's updated, but I might keep him, because it might just be another week where one of these, if I can just wait one more week and let Brayshaw continue to drop or something like that. Like, if I've got 267k in the bank there, I can just sort of get anyone almost below 570, 580. Like, if I can just let Brayshaw drop a bit, or I just go Luke Davies-Uniacke if he returns immediately. Anyway, yeah, that's food for thought, because, yeah, calf tightness does concern me a little bit with Luke Davies-Uniacke, but could be an opportunity to trade him in before that massive price rise. But that was just a blow for the ages. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Anyway, let's wrap it up there, hey. We're happy with the score. We're going all right. We've got some cash in the bank, some trades to make. Not really sure where I'll go with the trades, as you could tell. But, hey, it's Sunday night. Don't need to work that out until a few more days. So I'll talk to you guys more in the live sesh if you want to join me. And I'll chat to you all soon. Cheers.